Hey guys, it's Dante with another Dantes Comedy Tits. What do you call an Italian hooker? A prostitute. What? People love and hate puns, so stop saying them and say them more. Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about social media. I know I've talked about it before, but I've never really gone into depth. And something happened this week that helped change the life of one of my clients, and so I thought maybe this would help you. So we were talking about what they've done in the business and this and that, and then we got to social media, and that's when they said, well, I'm embarrassed by my social media. It's not very good. I have like 500 followers. That's what a lot of my clients say. That's what a lot of new clients say to me. Stop saying that. But here's what changed his life. I said, you make movies. You're an actor. You're a director. You make short films all the time. Why is your social media so low? Oh, I don't know. I don't post that much about this or that. I'm like, I don't understand, man. I said, if you start looking at it as your own channel, would that help? And his eyes lit up. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, these are your own channels. I said, don't you have any favorites, people that you watch and you go to their channel? Yeah. Be the channel. Be a channel. You know what I mean? Start being the actor, director, producer, and producing your own stuff. You know, most comics are like, I don't know how to get social media up. I've posted a few things on my stand-up, and I always post where I'm going to be performing, and then I post when someone dies, and I post when something else good happens to me. Well, it sounds like you're just sort of writing your diary online. That's not really a channel. That's not a channel, okay? So think about who you are, okay, and what you want the world to know about you. What's special about you? What things are different about you that people might go, oh, I'd love to watch that. You know, are you good at impressions? Like, I know that there's really fun channels out there that I watch where people do impressions. Let me give you some examples, okay? There's a guy named Brent Terhune who opened for me in, I don't know, 5 years ago or something. And then over COVID, I noticed he started dressing up like a Trumper and pretending to be one, like saying, oh, you know, like when the Trump boats, some of them sunk. Do you remember that day? He was like, my boat sunk. I was in it. And it was very funny. And he does this all the time. But that's his thing. That's his channel. Remember how that one girl was always like, you know, doing people's voices, talking to each other? She'd be like, that's what made people like her. I watch some people. There's a woman who I watch who's an activist. There's another woman who I watch who's sort of like me. She's always just yelling about politics and things like that. Figure out who you are, because it's not just about your stand-up always, although it could be. You know, my friend Flip Schultz is doing very well on TikTok, just showing stand-up. I know another stand-up comic named Josh Nasser who doesn't do his stand-up on there, but he puts on these like glasses where he can record people, and he drives around and like honks at them and talks to them in public and makes them say funny things. And now he's got over 1 million people. And that all happened in the past couple years, you guys. All these people that I'm naming, they had very few followers before, okay? So just know that you can do this, and even if you only get 1,000 followers out of the next year, that's better than having 500, because social media not only is going to build your brand, it's not just there to, you know, make you feel good about yourself and give you something to do. It's actually a great tool, and each platform is different, you know, like on TikTok, I am probably very political on TikTok. On Facebook, I'm more family oriented and like high school friends, shit like that. On Instagram, I would say I am probably more well known for activism. And then on TikTok, I'm probably best known for politics, activism, and stand-up. And that's what's on my channel there, and they all are very popular there. So figure out what's popular. And that's the other thing. People are like, well, I don't know what's popular. Great. Most people don't either until you try, and then all of a sudden you get 15,000 hits on something and you go, I think I'm onto something. Go click. You guys can do this. You can. Build up your social media numbers, because they count. They do. If I'm going to book a comedian and 2 people send me a letter today, and I only have 1 spot, and they're very similar, I'm like, oh man, how will I decide? I'll probably look at their social media and go, who's going to put more asses in seats? Because in the old days, you used to be able to lie. Oh, I'm the most famous comic in San Diego. Everyone loves me. I sell out every time. Huh, how come you have 250 followers? If you're the most famous comic in San Diego, you think you'd have 1 million. You know what I mean? So you can't lie anymore. These numbers count, and think of it as a channel. It is fun to think of your social media as a channel, you know? I put out these things for comedians every day. These Dantes Comedy tips. That's part of who I am. Do they help me? Very rarely, because comics aren't good at following. I've been doing this for 3 years and I only have like 700 followers on YouTube, and most of them were there before I started doing this. Comics rarely thank me for these. I've had maybe four or five people thank me for putting these out. And not that I'm asking for it, I'm just saying I don't make these necessarily for my fame. I do it because I'm giving back and I should be doing this, and I have all this knowledge in my head that if it can help others, why wouldn't I just give it away for free? Really, we're a sorority and fraternity here, you guys. We're not the bad kind, like cops that are not turning each other in. We're the good kind. We're the nice people who want to help each other, and I do want to help people. So click, get your social media numbers up, and go have fun with it. This is your conscience speaking. Follow Dante on YouTube and all social media.